Hey guys, welcome back to Fables Den, and this is Kim. So I know it's been a while since I uploaded my last video, and it's mostly because I just really needed to take a social media break from my Kickstarter campaign. When I was launching my Kickstarter back in April, it was just non-stop social media updates. I was just living on my Instagram and my Facebook, and it was exhausting for an introvert like me. Even just after the first week, after I hit my goal, I just kind of collapsed because, the hard work started way earlier than April, since the beginning of the conception of the deck, working on the deck with my artist, and also just preparing for launch. The whole month of March was pre-launch, and it was just like so much hard work. Anyway, I plan to make like another video kind of just, about my Kickstarter campaign. I just wanted to make like a vlog slash reflection video slash riff and kind of just like give you like an behind the scenes like insight, I guess, on this whole Kickstarter craziness. So that's gonna be another video, but just like I want to do this video first because this is kind of like a more relevant announcement right now. Anyway, so I'm making this video to tell you that I made a very important decision for Fables Den and also for myself, and I think this decision has been long coming. And if you've been watching my Biz Adventures vlog series, you probably saw this coming, so it wouldn't be like that much of a surprise. But I decided to not do tarot readings anymore, and what that means is I'm just basically not going to offer intuitive tarot readings in the future for my shop. So I'm not gonna be a tarot reader anymore. Having that said, I'm still going to be doing everything else that I've been doing, creating a deck, creating content, creating courses, creating doodles through the lens of tarot. So I'll be creating all those things and doing all those things just via the lens of tarot, via Fables Den. But I'm not gonna be doing readings anymore. And here's why. So the first reason why that I decided to not offer readings anymore is because, long story short, it's because I'm starting to feel like that's not really my destiny. It's not really where my calling is. It's something that I really, really enjoy doing. It's something that I could, really share my wisdom and my insight and my experiences as an individual, as a human person. It's where I could combine my, love and passion for storytelling and creativity and spread crafting and also writing. I can combine all the things that I love and then channel into a reading, a chapter in someone's life and give it to them. It's been an absolute honor and privilege. Everyone that I've ever read for, it was always like an amazing transforming experience, even just for me, because I just love getting to know the stories of other people. I love reading for someone and then kind of just getting the feeling that we're kind of on the same wavelength, we're working on the same themes, we're working through the same story in our own ways, in our own version. It's kind of like we are connected by these universal archetypal energies, yet we're still separate and different and unique and just embarking on separate journeys that are unique to ourselves, but we're still connected. We're still part of this never-ending story. So it's been really cool. Like, it's been a really amazing experience, but I just increasingly feel like it's not something that I really want to do anymore. I just, when I first started, it was very exciting, but again, long story short, the short in a nutshell, the brief explanation I will give for this decision, to kind of tell you why I made this decision, was I just don't want to do it anymore. My heart isn't really in it anymore. I don't feel called to it anymore. I feel called to do a lot of other things, such as decorating and creating content, writing, still creating through the lens of tarot, but I just don't feel like reading tarot and slinging cards for people. I just don't feel like it's my destiny anymore. So, having that said, like, everything else I do is still very integral and connected to the world of tarot. I'm not gonna stop doing tarot. It's just that I won't be offering readings as a service. Like, you might still catch me doing like a general reading. I might send out power readings through my newsletter once in a while. It used to be like every month, but now it's kind of just like organically when I feel called to it. So like you might still like, you know, I will still be doing like collective readings once in a while, and I might still do some free readings when I get like a new deck, when I need some guinea pigs, I need to test it on somebody. You know, I might eventually do it like maybe I'll open it up like once in a while if I feel like it. But honestly, for the most part, I kind of feel like that part of my story is done. I kind of finished that chapter. I really enjoyed that chapter of my life and creative life, and also just you know, in the context of my business of Fables Den, I kind of just I got to a point where I just feel like, you know, I feel like this isn't me anymore. This isn't what I really want to do with my time. I want to spend more time on like writing, creating courses, and working on free resources and also paid resources, etc. I just don't really have the heart and the time and the drive to offer tarot readings as services anymore. So I'm gonna stop doing that. So you won't be able to, you won't see like, if you go to my shop on Etsy, I'm actually moving everything to my Squarespace. I think I'm still keeping the printables on Etsy though, just because it's very searchable. But like, you won't see readings in my shop anymore. But yeah, like I said, like you might still catch me doing like a couple of weekly readings here and there, just for fun, or just like sending those out as a newsletter or things like that. But yeah, I won't be offering tarot services anymore, which is I think I've always struggled with this decision. Okay, now that I've told you why, sort of that's the reasons that are relevant to the present, and I kind of just want to give you like a little behind the scenes and a little bit backstory. But yeah, I kind of feel like I've always struggled with this. You know, I've always struggled with defining my lane, right? Picking a lane that's unique for me, that's right for me in this overly saturated yet incredibly niche online business world that is tarot. I've always struggled when it comes to finding my own path. I just never really knew where I belonged. Am I like a spiritual counselor? Do I enjoy holding space for people? Am I strictly a course creator, teacher? Am I, you know, like, who am I? Like, what is my lane? What's my story? Like, how do I fit in? Where do I belong? You know, like, I've just always been asking this question ever since I started Fables Den. I've just walked down so many different paths, experimented with a lot of things failed, a lot of things brought me a lot of joy, a lot of things were successful. And, you know, like, and giving out readings is something that I really struggle with, because it's almost expected that if you do tarot, you also offer tarot readings. It's kind of like a common thing that people do when they offer tarot readings online, or when they pursue a tarot-centric business online. Like, offering tarot reading services seems to be like, I don't know, pretty standard. It's like the default, you know, it's like if you're a tarot person online, then that's probably what you're doing. And I just struggle with that a lot. I think for the longest time I kind of wanted to stop, but I didn't, because you know, I just feel like maybe that's something I should do. And it's not that I hated it, you know, like I didn't, like, you know, for those of you who've gotten a reading from me like recently, in like the recent year perhaps, it's not that I hated every single minute of it. It's not that I dreaded doing every single reading. So I didn't give you that energy. Okay, I promise. Like, I did not put that energy out there. You know, every reading was treated with care. But it's just like when it comes to the big picture and just where I want to go, where I want to be, what I want to create, and the person that I want to be in this world, you know, I just feel like it's not really aligned with my vision of what I want to create. So I kind of decided to stop. Finally, it was a long journey to get to this point of saying, like, you know what, let's just focus on what I really want to grow in my business. Let's focus on what I want to do, because I feel like if there's a shred of doubt or a shred of reluctance or shred of uncertainty or shred of non-alignment in anything that you do, it's just taking up extra space. And you want to hold space and time and energy and heart. You want to hold space for the things that you really want in your life, or you should really clear out space in your space to have the things that you want to attract could come into your space. But you know what I mean, right? It's kind of like if let's say if you talk about laws of attraction, even just productively and physically speaking, like when you want to achieve something, you need to make time for it. And then the more you distract yourself with other things that are less important, or things that you just can't seem to stop doing, or things that you feel like are important but are not aligned with your vision, then ultimately it's just spreading yourself thin, right? You want to focus your energy and your heart and your spirit into the things that you really want to grow. So that's kind of my realization, and that's why I made a decision. So yeah, just letting you know that I'm not doing tarot readings anymore. And if you've ever gotten a tarot reading from me, it's been an amazing experience. Thank you for allowing me to share my wisdom and insight with you. Thank you for allowing me to share my lighthearted humor, my storytelling, my imagination, my characters with you. Sometimes, as I kind of channel a piece of tarot reading, organic characters sometimes make their way into the reading. They're kind of like fictional personal archetypes, right? It's Fables Den. You're getting your own you're getting your personal fables from this girl. But yeah, it's really been amazing. I've been really grateful for every single reading that I've done, even before I started doing pay readings. All the free readings I've done, it was just incredibly interesting to explore yourself and also explore the story of another person through the lens of psychology, through the lens of emotional narrative, and it's just been very life-changing, and it's been very transformative. It's this really cool interactive experience of giving and receiving, so really grateful, really grateful for that experience. But I think after my Kickstarter campaign, I just really have a much better picture and a clearer vision of who I want to be and how I fit into this big tarot puzzle, and just what I want to create. And if you've been following my previous blogs about my business adventures, oh my god, I need to trim my hair. It's getting a little bit messy. But anyway, I talked about how I always struggle with identifying myself. What's my lane, right? Who am I? Where do I fit in? How, what's my message? Who do I want to be? How do I want to show up in the world? What is the gift that I want to give? Always been struggling with this. Always just thinking about who I am. Sometimes it's clear that your lane is just being a healer, and of course, I understand that things like healer, counselor, tarot reader, card slinger, a lot of times we embody all those things at different times, or all at once, or just at times when it's appropriate. So I'm not saying that you're just one thing, or if you're in this business or you have a brand or whatever, then you're just that one thing. Most of us aren't, right? We're generally speaking, pretty diverse. But usually there's an identity tag, or a label that you really resonate with, that really represents your message. So for example, you can say you're a shadow worker, or you're a healer, or you're a teacher, you're a coach, an instructor. I feel like each of those words carry a different vibration and a different sphere and a different kind of energy, and you may be doing healing work, counseling work, coaching work all at the same time, but I feel like there's one word that we identify ourselves as, we can really resonate with, right? So you know what I mean. And I've just been struggling with my word. I just feel I guess I'm a healer, but I don't know. I don't completely, I can't really feel into that word. So I know that's not really my tag. And thought about teacher or tutor or an instructor or guide for the longest time. And I was I really love teaching. I love creating materials for teaching. I love creating materials for learning, but I don't feel like a teacher, in a traditional, typical sense of what a teacher is. I just don't feel like I'm I don't feel like I'm a hierophant figure. I don't feel like I'm kind of the source of knowledge or whatever, even though I love sharing. I just don't feel like I'm that person. Guide is kind of closer to how I feel, but at the same time, it's I don't know. I just don't feel like a guide, because all these words teacher, instructor, coach, guide, there's just this specific positioning where you kind of position yourself in front of the other person, not as in you're better, but as in you're guiding them, right? You're showing them where to go. leading them by the hands or something. It's like you're kind of in front of them to make sure to allow them to progress, right? You're trying to create forward momentum by showing the way. So there's this positioning going on, you know what I mean? It's like you're in front of them and you're kind of showing them the way. You're guiding them or teaching them or coaching them or whatever. But it's kind of like there's this, you know, like the kind of relationship I'm describing. It's like you're in front, they're behind you. Not in the sense that anyone's really behind, but it's just like the way you interact, you know? So I just feel like that's not really me. I don't want to place myself in front. I don't know. I don't feel like guiding because that's just not who I am. Like that's not who I am. And I thought about like maybe I'm a cheerleader because I'm like really bubbly. I'm really fluffy. I'm like pretty sunshiny girl. Have a strong inner child. So maybe I'm like a cheerleader, you know. And that's something I also notice as well when I do tarot readings where people, I tend to be very like encouraging. I'm always like, you can do this. I can't believe you don't know how awesome you are. Like these are all your amazing qualities. Like seriously, you're amazing. You can do anything. Just go for it. So I have a strong cheerleader vibe. I'm like really sunshiny and fluffy. So maybe I'm a cheerleader, but that doesn't encapsulate everything else that I am. So it's not me either. And I'm definitely not a counselor, definitely not a tutor or whatever, you know, or ancestral healer or what other words. Like they're all amazing. I think everything that I do kind of just like taps into all of those things a little bit. But what is my word, you know? And I guess I think I was like originally wanted to mention this in my Kickstarter vlog video, but since I'm talking about it here, I'll just tell you because it's relevant to this video / topic. So anyway, my point is I found my word after my Kickstarter, and I'll tell you how I found my word in another video, because that's, if I tell you the story here, it's going to be very long, but long story short, my word. Okay, my identifier, my tag, my identity tag is champion. And I know like when you first hear it, it sounds kind of cheesy. It's like, oh, you're the champion, you're number one. But if you really explore this word, like when I just arrived at this word, I just knew it. I knew this was me. I knew this was my word. And I'll tell you why, okay? And it's not like as cheesy or arrogant as you think. But champion has two sides, right? The first side is when you're a champion. You're like a brave warrior / soldier. You're championing your own ideals. You're marching into battlefield or onto an adventure to, you know, obtain victory. You're going on a conquest. So it just encapsulates my love for story, my love for quests, my love for epic adventures. You know, it just kind of really tapped into this metaphor. I'm just like, you know what, I am a champion of my dreams, especially because I just love manifesting. I love pursuing. I love having a goal. I love, you know, inviting these big energies and these big visions, and I just love inviting them into my life. I love pursuing. I love going after things. That's something I realized when I did the Kickstarter. I love going after things. Finally, just letting my inner Aries sun here, just letting my inner Aries come out. I just love that chase, that pursuit, the fight, getting things done, going after a goal, improving myself, leveling up. Champion. I am my own champion, right? Like I am my own champion. I'm always going forward, always going on a conquest, always wanting to win in life. So I just thought that was perfect. And champion also has another layer. When you're a champion, you're also a champion for others. You're championing others. And I just find this angle, I guess. It's just so me, because championing is like you're encouraging others, you're empowering others, you're cheering them on. So there's that cheerleader aspect, and you're not like in front of them, or you're not like it's kind of like you're their equal. I mean, like, I know everybody is each other's equal no matter what you do, healer or teacher, but I'm talking about how you position yourself in that relationship, right? It's just the way the word champion, it's just perfect, because one of the things that I've always wanted to be, that I always seek to do, that I'm always doing for myself and for others is to champion dreamers. And I just think dreams are so powerful. It's just so important for us to go after our dreams. And I know this is like a Hallmark card and it's like those cheesy YouTube motivational videos or whatever, but going after your dreams, what that encapsulates is answering your calling, expanding yourself, really getting to know what you want, who you are. You know, like really aligning yourself with that vision of yourself that you want to become. It's this journey of becoming, and I just want to be a champion for my own becoming, and I want to be a champion of the becoming of others. Everything that I've ever experienced, all the tools I've collected and garnered and gathered. I don't know why I used the word garnered. I was trying to say gathered. I want to share my experiences, my resources, my tools, my insights, everything so you can achieve your dreams, because it's the most exciting thing in the world if I could be a champion to someone, if I can champion a dream of others. You know, I just want everybody to be so successful. You know, it's like if you want to become an artist, if you have this side hustle that you're trying to turn into a full-time biz, this is your dream, your vision. I just want to see it happen for you. You know, I just want it for you. And it's just, I think that's just the spirit of a champion. Like sometimes you're aligning yourself with the cause of others, because that's a cause is also your cause. Your cause is to live a fuller version of life and become a fuller version of yourself, and to live your dreams, and to realize that your dreams is just steps away from the reality you're in right now. I kind of lost steam, but you know what I mean? Like champion is what I strive to be, and who I want to be all the time. I just want to be a champion of my own dreams, always going after what I want, and always encouraging and empowering others to do what they want to do, what they want to create, and who they want to be in life. I just want to do that. I want to be that person. I want to be a champion of dreamers. I want to be a champion of myself and a champion of others. And also champion has like this little bit of pioneer. It's kind of like, you know, I've done this, so can you. Do you need help? I can share with you what I've encountered on my journey, and I can share with the experiences and resources with you. I'm a champion. So yeah, and I just feel like going forward with my life and Fables Den. Well, Fables Den is my life. You know, I'm just realizing how much of an Aries sun that I actually am. I spent my entire life denying the fact that I'm an Aries sun, but I'm actually just like such a typical Aries sun. Like it's funny how hard I try to deny it. But anyway, going forward with Fables Den, like I said, I won't be offering any tarot readings, but it's because I have more epic quests that I want to embark on, or I'm embarking on a different kind of quest. And that's very exciting to me. And I hope that's exciting for you too. And not just because I'm doing this, but because I hope that you will be inspired to do whatever you want, to pursue the dreams that you've always wanted to pursue. If you want to do something, you just need to go for it, because seriously, you only live once. If you are not doing whatever it is you want to do, say for a year, for a day, for a month, for a week, for a year, for 10 years, for a decade, or decades, a lifetime, then whose life did you just live? Go do what you want. Okay, go pursue your dreams. Be a champion of your own dreams. Be your own champion. Save yourself. Don't be a damsel, or what's the male equivalent of a damsel? I don't know. Don't be a damsel in distress. Be your own champion, be your own knight, be your own manifester of dreams, be your own king of wands. More cool titles, be your own hero, and as usual, be the hero of your own story. And I hope you enjoyed this update. I was really trying to keep it down under 20 minutes, but as usual, I babbled. So there. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this video, and again, be the champion of your own story and of your own life, and just go for it. Go for it. Do whatever you want. Go for it. Be excited for your own life. And with this, I'm out, and I'm gonna film another vlog, maybe because I feel really chatty right now. Let us